Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Monday, September 30th. I'm here with Al. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah. You like, that's the way, like, when you give a fake name at a party, like, to remind the person that's their fake name. Brandon.
I'm Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm here with Al, Brandon, and Lindsay. I'm Tori. Let's get right to it. All right, guys. The president was tweeting up a storm this weekend, furiously defending himself in the impeachment showdown. Trump talked about arresting people for treason and even civil war. Wow, we have a graphic. He tweeted this quote by a pastor, quote, "If the Democrats are successful in removing the president from office, office, which they never will be, it will cause a civil war-like fracture in this nation from which our country will never heal. And even some Republicans are criticizing the president for his tweet, like this representative, Adam Kinzinger, who tweeted, "I have visited nations ravaged by civil war. Donald Trump, I have never imagined such a quote to be repeated by a president." So now we're at this level, civil war level. I feel like we're every time. Is he stoking violence here?
I think that he needs to reel it in. I think that he's in damage control mode and he's just doing whatever, but I think that it's making it look even more crazy. And so saying less would work right now. If you feel that you didn't do anything, let the inquiry play out, and then it might look bad on the Democrats. You never know, but just let it play out. Saying treason and civil war just sounds like somebody who's being a little crazy.
Someone's guilty. It sounds like a guilty person.
Yeah, I just, I wonder where this is going to stop, because I don't know. I don't care whether you're the president, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're a high school principal. You have to understand that your words matter. Shane Gillis realized that his words matter. The words that come out of your mouth have an impact. And from the president, I believe that's almost an official White House statement.
Now, a court has
his tweets, correct?
A court has said that is an official statement, and he's not allowed. An official platform, his Twitter account, and he's not allowed to block anyone because that would be blocking people's First Amendment rights. So it is an official tweet from the White House saying civil war.
I understand, and I agree with you all. It's wrong for him to do that. But at the same time, I see him, one, playing into the base, and he's sitting here reading the climate of where kind of America is right now. We're very divisive. Everyone has kind of put that line in the sand, and you're either anti-abortion, pro-abortion. You're either anti-immigration or for immigration.
Right, but I would say the role of a commander-in-chief is also to bring people together, which brings me to this tweet I just wanted you to show. It sums up this argument beautifully by Jay Relling. He writes, "Lincoln, we have to have a civil war to save the republic, even if it kills me. Trump, we have to have a civil war to save me, even if it kills the republic."
I think deflection is a tactic. Would I advise that tactic? No, but that's exactly what they're going with, obviously, very strongly.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's getting to a point where the answer can't only be, this is a lie, don't listen. We have to start to say more than that. And what is your actual defense going to be, or be quiet?
And Tori, you've been saying that for a long time. Yeah. He's been taught in, chaos campaigning or
chaotic president. He wants that deflection.
But I do think that he did put out a good video this weekend where he just stood his ground and kind of said what he wanted to say to all his base. He put it on Twitter and everybody watched it. It looked like a very polished presidential.
And then he ruined it by saying civil war.
By going on 80 more tweets after that.
Exactly. Let us know what you guys think, DBL Nation. So the impeachment showdown also took center stage on SNL. Let's take a look.
You gotta relax, Mr. Trump. We got nothing to worry about. Nobody's gonna find out about our illegal side dealings with the Ukraine.
Good.
Or how we tried to cover up those side dealings.
Great.
Or how we plan to cover up the cover-up.
Rudy, where are you right now?
I'm on CNN right now. Let me put you on speaker.
That's amazing. But all joking aside, Joe Biden's campaign has actually now asked TV networks like CNN to stop booking the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. They say his only obligation is to protect the president, and he's willing to lie to do it. So my question to you guys and to the panel is, should TV networks book guests that are known to lie on air? Now, before we go, Morning Joe has banned Kellyanne Conway from being on their show because she thinks they think she lies. If you didn't remember, Nicole Wallace just took away from a Trump speech because they said he's lying. We're not going to allow that to happen. So going around the horn, who here feels that you can say, I don't want this person on, because they're just going to have fake news?
No, I think that you should allow them to speak. I think that Joe Biden turned down 2 opportunities to speak on Sunday news talk shows this weekend, which is a problem. Come out and combat that conversation with your facts.
That's an interesting
if this is a lie. So, and I think when Nicole Wallace cuts out of what the president's saying, you should just let it breathe and then come out of it and say your piece. And that would be a fair way to discuss. And I think the viewers of MSNBC, which her show is on, obviously feel similarly to her, which is why it is a very left-leaning network. And so therefore, they're watching it for a reason. So they know what she's going to say after the video.
But just for credibility's sake, do you want your platform to be spewing what we now know are lies and fact checks and they're wrong? And I mean, is that okay for your platform?
It makes sense.
Your credibility gets killed.
It makes sense, but it goes down to the almighty dollar. Who cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining?
I would think the news.
But just think of Cuomo. Just think of the discourse between Cuomo and Giuliani last week. That thing's got over 5 million views on Twitter. It's been retweeted a bunch of times. And what happens before you watch the actual interview? ad comes up,
Right.
they're making money off of it regardless.
Let's hear what you guys have to say. I think it's terrible. All right, shocking new video just released of this 48-year-old who's been accused of driving a school bus full of students while drunk. All right, the video shows children screaming, holding on as they're on the edge of their seats. The bus driver can be heard yelling, "I am crazy. I am totally crazy." Now, a student on the bus called 911 after being dropped off. And just to give you guys some contexts, the police did arrive and arrested her for reckless endangerment. She did pass a breathalyzer, but did smell of alcohol. So we have a quick soundbite here. Take a look.
She's like wobbling, and then her eyes, you can tell she was drunk.
Did she smell of alcohol?
Yeah, her breath sort of smells like alcohol.
Wow. So that's a 10-year-old. So that's interesting. How do you guys feel?
I mean, I think that this is probably more common than we want to think.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about the opioid crisis, the problem with pills, the problem with substance abuse in this country. Well, where do you think those people just vanish into thin air when you read these statements of 17 million people? There are counties in West Virginia where, there's more pills than there are human beings in that county. Well, where do you think these people go? They go to work. And sometimes their work involves your children. Yep. So when we talk about the plague that is prescription drugs in this country, it's not like some kind of abstract topic that we're kind of tossing around as just like something to talk about. This involves your children. This involves the thing that you care about most. And this, even if you don't have kids, this woman, I mean,
she could have killed another
an
person.
SUV weighs what, 4,000? What is a bus?
Yeah.
She's driving a bomb.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Full of children without seatbelts.
I think we need.
Which, by the way, I don't get why there's no seatbelts on these buses. I still don't understand.
And she completed 2 bus routes that day, and they said that she had up to probably 90 students on the bus, on that bus. But I mean, I look at it, that's not the Magic School Bus right there. And remember that cartoon?
This is Frizzle. I love
that's
this.
around your time, right?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Right?
I'm happy
Black and white time.
No, but
black and white TV.
But just like you said, she's driving a bomb.
Yeah.
Like,
Should there not be a breathalyzer test for bus drivers who are driving children?
Well, I want to say the school did implement a new rule. Now they're going to do daily screenings of bus drivers moving forward after this, which is very important because I was like, what are they going to do? As a mom, I mean, I'm not a mom, but as a mom, I know my mom would go up there and go crazy, so I don't even know.
Do they do this with pilots?
Oh, yeah, they have to. Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of pilots actually drink because of being on the road for so long. They're overtired. It became a thing of drunk pilots. So people were arresting them as they landed the plane.
That's good. Let's terrify our viewers and move on.
Hey guys, welcome to Monday. All right, well, Face ID is supposed to make life simpler, right? You know, the thing where you thing and the thing. Yeah. Well, get this. She is desperate, this woman, to try to get into her boyfriend's phone. At first, it looks like she's pepper spraying him, but no. Ooh. Sorry, I'm not laughing at her. Oh my God, she's trying to get it unlocked.
To know what that message said.
Using facial recognition. That's like gorgeous in some ways. You know what I mean?
It looks like performance art.
Left. He dodges the phone right. He even closes his eyes. I wonder what he's hiding. All right, do you show?
I think she got it because she got the phone and ran away.
Do you share your password with your partner, or have you ever done this while someone's sleeping to get their Face ID?
I've never done that while someone's sleeping, but I do have my boyfriend's password.
Ooh, Colin.
Already?
Well, it just was like a thing. I needed to get something really quick. Al says it was a scam.
This is how girls get your thing, but it's really it just seems so innocuous. They're like, oh, you want to order Chinese food? What's your code real quick?
My phone was like 3
And so now it's like if you hesitate, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But now it's like you're like, what was the last thing I looked up? So I don't know. Yeah, that's a little scary.
Somebody tweeted if they don't let you in their phone, then throw the whole man away.
That's a good point.
What if somebody's like, I just want privacy?
And I understand that too. Like it's a bit much to be running around behind him.
But would you have a problem if he was like, I'm uncomfortable giving you my code? If he just said that.
Ordering food, I'm like, come on.
But if he's just like, I don't want anybody in my phone.
I would have a problem if he said, well, yeah, I would have a problem.
Okay, that's honest.
Yeah, I'll be honest. But that's crazy.
But why can't I order it? It's my Grubhub account.
That's cool,
like,
but
why,
you're my
why do you?
husband,
But
so
why do you have to order it from my phone?
What if
order
she
it
was
from
already
your phone.
had the phone and it just locked up?
See, that's the thing. It's like your phone's right there, but you reach for my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're on to you guys.
All right, well,
Yeah,
let's find out.
a big plot.
Let's talk, Colin.
Let's find out if we're on to
this.
this next one. This is Elon Musk, all right, the CEO. We all know him of SpaceX. He just unveiled his newest innovation. Check it out. It's a Starship prototype that will ultimately bring people to and from space and is reusable. He says he wants to make space travel like air travel, and he says his new Starship will be ready to make orbit in less than 6 months. I'm not trying to be rude, but does it look a little janky?
It looks like it's powered by corn.
Yeah.
Like,
does it look a little...
It looks like a shuttle that who's the older actor? I can't think of his name. Clint Eastwood. Like it'd be like the farmer and the starship or something like. He just built that in his barn. Yeah.
What is this?
Does that look weird to you guys or safe?
I wouldn't get
it.
on
Looks
it.
great, and I'm more excited about SpaceX than I am NASA. I want to see what Elon Musk does. I think he's going to take us to that Starship Trooper
In that?
level.
Yeah, dude, you're not concerned
You wouldn't
about
get on that?
There are no windows.
That thing's clean, man.
No, it is clean.
It looks like it was welded together yesterday. I honestly feel
Look,
that.
this man is a genius, though. He also is creating a hyperloop that's going to get you allegedly from D.C. to New York in 30 minutes.
Right, but how much of that has been built? 5 miles and it's not going well. So let's see how it
It takes
goes.
time to build an airplane also.
It sure does, but this didn't take any time, it seems like.
It's just aluminum foil
That's
and
right,
duct
and
tape.
a sticker. DBL is live and coming up. I get cooking and recreate McDonald's iconic apple pie. Will I be able to fool the DBL co-host? It's a good one. And you, the viewer, are our 5th host. No more puppy love. An elementary school is banning 5th graders from dating to avoid broken hearts. Does this go too far? Your comments coming up next.
Hey DBL Nation, happy Monday. Kelly Schubert here, the DBL digital team. I'm tracking all the breaking and trending news for you, but right now let's go to the desk and see what our hosts are up to.
I'll do it at the end.
Hey guys, how's it going up here? Al, you're back. We missed you. Al's back.
Need Al. Keep us in order.
There's
the
a
way-
lot of great hair behind the camera.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, you guys look great.
Travis, by the way, it is Rosh Hashanah. Happy Rosh Hashanah, which means our Jewish New Year, which means, by the way,
So can you talk to us about what that
Yeah, so the Jews go by the moon. If you guys didn't know, we go by lunar calendar. So it's always a little different, but it's a harvest festival and it's our new year. So we say Lashana Tova. So if you have any Jewish friends, you wish them a happy new year. And you eat apples dipped in honey. So the apple is a harvest and round, and then the honey is sweet. And it's supposed to have a sweet new year. But a week later, it's Yom Kippur. And you fast and you atone for your sins. So that's always hard.
Okay, so how long does the atonement last? That the
That's a
weekend?
day you fast for a full day. You don't eat anything for 24 hours.
Water?
Wow.
Really, you're not supposed
What
to.
if you have some kind of dietary issue?
You're allowed to, if you, like my mom always, she wasn't like, if she had to take a pill, she would have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I would sneak it, which is terrible. But you're supposed to really think about those people who don't have food for one day of your life and really understand what it's like and what hunger feels like. And it's an empathy thing.
What day
It's a
is
really
this?
smart. The October 8th. Yom Kippur.
Wow.
It's the highest of our
I'll do it
holidays.
with you.
You want to do it
I
with
mean,
me?
I'm not of the Jewish faith.
Hey,
but
it's
I'll
empathy,
do it
buddy.
with you.
I'd love
I'll
to
do
do
it
that. Right on. Let us know if you're interested
Brandon's
in
doing
joining
it
the fast.
for physical reasons.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
just like, I'm gonna get back in shape. He's using your
He's got a love handle.
centuries-long
Daily
tradition to look
Fast
good at the
Live,
beach
everybody.
next year.
Daily Fast Live.
I'll do that.
Apples and honey right now.
All the,
And then you have brisket and challah, and if you don't know what challah is, it's the egg bread. Have you
Speaking
guys
of
seen?
brisket, I was in Dallas last week.
Oh, yeah.
Had the best brisket I've ever had in my life. Had a place called the Pecan Lodge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
in,
it's only open.
Bree.
It's only open 11 to 3.
Yep.
It was.
Was the line crazy?
Yes.
It was the line's an hour and a half.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like those New Orleans restaurants.
Ooh, welcome back to DBL. It's time for Fifth Host when we talk about what you're talking about. So teachers at an elementary school in Indiana banned dating amongst its 5th graders. Now, this new rule came after students started breaking up almost daily in this school, and their heartbreak was becoming a major distraction in classrooms. The teachers even gave a deadline for all students to break up.
What?
Oh my God, that's hilarious. And some parents are saying, hey, you crossed a line here. So DBL Nation, were these teachers out of line? Let's get right to this broken heart comment.
Okay, so Maggie from Facebook says, these teachers overstepped in my opinion.
Whoa.
My pediatrician actually encourages letting children date while they still come to you for advice and comfort. Creating too many boundaries could lead to lies or resentment. And I agree. I think the first time I was in love was 3rd grade.
What was his name? Just first name.
Yeah, I thought so.
First name.
That's embarrassing. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I think I turned out fine. So
You
just
were
let people be
okay.
in love.
And you married that man.
You're right. Let me switch my ring.
Melissa Lynn from Facebook says, I can't say that the teachers were out of line. I bet the drama created by the many breakups had to be unbelievable. 5th graders can be extremely dramatic, and some kids go well over the top to get attention. I can see how it could be a huge distraction. Here, I'm going to mime something out for you guys.
Oh, how exciting. You're trying to get to a wall.
No, what is this?
You're
Glass house.
You're trapped. You're trapped.
It's the bubble that we're making
That's
these
not a
kids.
bubble. A bubble is a
Bubble's
burst.
more like
Making these
this.
bubbles. No, it's like
That is the opposite of a bubble.
Like a glass.
No, it's a bubble. It's
It can't be a bubble. You burst a bubble with one
that's
finger.
very straight. You made a rectangle.
Like a sports facility bubble.
man, that
you know?
ruined
But
your whole
We're
point.
putting these kids. Yeah, it killed it. We're putting these kids in a bubble. You need to teach these kids how to get over heartbreak, how to get over hardships
Yours is
instead.
important. That is the worst bubble ever.
Good analogy.
All
We
right,
all get it.
Al,
Way to
take
double
over.
down on it, too, after it was proven to be false. He went right back. All right, Dre from Facebook says, maybe the teacher should have just encouraged friendships instead of making the kids break up. I think letting your child have a boyfriend or girlfriend at that age is not a good idea, especially if the teachers are saying it's a distraction. I think this is full on just, I think the adults are really, like every adult that's making this rule is on Tinder. All right? And that's all we do is make up and break up how many Tinder dates people go on a week? 4? I guarantee those kids are not doing that at middle school. So I'm
think
just
it's
saying,
just frustrated
I
teachers?
guarantee you the teachers are making up and breaking
No,
up
I
more
think
than kids.
particularly this school is having a problem. Apparently they're doing it like a thing at recess, breaking up, getting together, and it's becoming a distraction. But I do agree with you. Heartbreak taught me a lot.
I thought you
It's been
agreed with the
distractions
bubble.
since the beginning of time. Like,
yeah,
come on.
it's important. I agree. All right, guys, we do have some serious news here. Actress Stacey Dash was just arrested. Raquel, please fill us in. What's going on?
Well, Tori, a fight with her husband has landed Stacey Dash in jail. Last night, the former Clueless star and Fox News contributor was taken into custody for domestic violence in Florida. Reports say she allegedly pushed and slapped her spouse, Jeffrey Martin, and police found scratch marks on his arm. Now, this is her 4th marriage. The couple got married in Florida, where she owns a home last year. And right now, she's being held on a $500 bond.
Dang, she's been known to be a bit erratic and a bit outspoken. I hope she's doing well and her family's doing okay.
You hope she's doing well. She's accused of
Gets
domestic
help. I hope
violence.
she gets help.
No dude would ever. If that was a dude hitting
You're
his
right,
wife, you
you're
would
right.
never be
That's
like,
fair.
I hope him and his family are doing
You're right.
well.
You're absolutely right. I
Right.
called myself out. That was double standard. I hope
No, I
she's-
called you out.
All right, fine. That's true. I'm in a bubble.
Get out of
That's
the.
not a bubble. That's not a bubble. Bubble would have popped already.
How about DBL? I put my baking skills on the line and recreate McDonald's apple pie. Will my recipe live up to the iconic dessert? Find out in Copycat Meow Kitchen.
No stupid bubble.
XOXO says she's been clueless for a while. But dang! You know, my joke was, I hope she doesn't dash out of there.
By the way, I used to have a huge crush on Stacey Dash.
She's gorgeous.
During Clueless.
Oh, she's stunning. What was her name? Cher and Dion. That's exactly right. You look like a farmer in those clothes.
Yes, or
Cousin or something?
Yeah.
Someone wants to know what the restaurant in Dallas is called.
It's called the Pecan Lodge. It's
Like
open.
pecans?
Yeah, I don't.
Is it pecan or
I was gonna ask that.
Ooh,
How
let's
do
do
you
a
say it?
DBL shout out.
I think it's pecan.
Okay, go
Chris,
around
what do
the
you
horn.
say?
Pecan.
I
say-
it's so bougie. It's like tagine.
Oh, what kind of pie is it? It's pecan pie.
I would say pecan too. I don't think I would say pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
I don't think I'll say that.
Yeah.
So guys, let us know. Are you?
The pecan-
How do you write that?
pecan
How do they
or
write
pecan?
It's called the Pecan Lodge or Pecan Lodge.
Yes. Go there,
Phonetically write it,
Dallas,
guys.
11-3. It is worth a flight to Dallas to go. I promise. It's that serious. It's a meal that I'll never
So write
forget.
that down.
It's an
The
unforgivable.
pecan or pecan or pecan.
You go there and it's
pecan.
just it's a barbecue house, and people are lined up outside in the heat in Dallas, and they move you in, you order, and they have everything kind of queued up, but they just have huge amounts of brisket, mac and cheese, pulled pork ribs, everything. If you
Somewhere
like
with
meat,
pecan.
it's a journey.
welcome back to DBL. In 1968, McDonald's hot apple pie hit menus nationwide and forever changed many people's lives. All right, that's going a bit far, or at least their fast food orders. Well, I took on the iconic dessert in today's copycat kitchen. Enjoy. Take your ready-made puff pastry and cut it into thirds. Portion out the apple pie filling on half. You can use your knife to create 2 diagonal cuts on the other half of the pastry. Wet the edges to secure a seal. Fold the pastry over itself and then use a fork to create this cute little seam. Brush an egg wash on the pastry. Sprinkle a little cinnamon and sugar for a sweet treat. Now the only thing left to do is to see if my co-host can tell the copycat from the original. All right, so the next step is just to have the people test the baked apple pie. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Exhibit A.
Can you give me a little smaller piece? But that's
Okay,
good. That's
sorry.
really good.
Okay, and now we're going to option B. You ready? So as you're chewing, I want you to think which one is the copycat and which one is real.
That was good.
Okay.
But I'm the only reason I'm going with that this is the real one,
Right.
and the B was fake.
Yeah.
The first one was a little crunchier.
A little crunchier. Okay.
I don't even know what that means though. That could be the real fake
You
one.
look ridiculous in that mask. Next up, we have Stephanie. Nice girl. All right, ready? Open the mouth, and we have Exhibit A.
Oh, wow, big.
It's a big one. I didn't mean that. It's a lot. Sorry. Now we're gonna give you. Ready?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's very large. I'm very sorry. Which one is real? Which one is the copycat?
I think the second one is the copycat.
Last up, we have Erica Cobb with their copycat kitchen. Exhibit A, Erica, go ahead and open. Oh, she's like, please don't feed me. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, again, I want you to digest, think about, slowly. Which one's the copycat, Erica, if you had to make a choice?
The first one.
Interesting. You can remove the mask. We tricked one. Erica Cobb, the copycat, was number 2.
I'm shocked.
I know, she seems it. Well, head over to dailyblastlive.com/recipes for all the copycat recipes. And let us know, guys, what classic dish you want us to feature on the next Copycat Kitchen. We'll be right back.
They're both very good.
They were delicious. I've had 5.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm Jeray Banks, or you can find me at Jeray for the Slay on any social media platform. Today, we're speaking about spot treatment versus slathering products all over your skin. This is very important because a lot of people suffer from different things like acne, over texture in the skin, hyperpigmentation in your skin, and the list goes onward and forward. I think I just made that up. It's cool though. However, with any of these type of symptoms in your skin, and when you're trying to correct these, you actually want to take a step back and not just slather them all over your skin. I know, it sounds like a good idea. If I'm breaking out, I should put this breakout product all over my skin so I don't break out in the future. You're wrong, honey. You actually want to use spot treatment for a lot of these, especially for something like acne, hyperpigmentation, or maybe even redness or anti-aging and wrinkles in the skin. Now, acne, for instance, that's a big one for a lot of people. You want to utilize your products or your serum treatments in those specific areas that you're breaking out. So let's say you're breaking out along your nose area and in your forehead. You want to keep your salicylic serums or anything of that nature in those areas because you may be at risk to over dry the rest of your skin. Now, I find that this helps a lot of my clients when they're going through some rough times of the year, especially when you're looking at times right after summer like we're experiencing now, where you might have seen some sun damage happen. Now, if your sun damage isn't happening all over your face, make sure once again that you're being selective on where you're placing your anti-sun damage or your vitamin C products so that you're not over brightening all over your skin and you're keeping those areas selective to where they need to be so they can really do the job they need to. Now, if you guys have more beauty questions, make sure to write me at Jeray for the Slay at any point in the show, and I'm sure to get back to you if I'm here. I mean, I work here, I guess, so I'm always here. It's cool. Write me in and we'll talk soon. We'll see you guys later.
Welcome back to DBL. We just love sharing your comments, Albert.
All right. I like that you're calling by my government. All right. Michael Loveland says, this is him talking about the teachers making the kids break up. The teachers were spot on. This pairing up thing is far too early, and keep it out of the school as much as possible.
Really? I don't think so.
Do you agree?
It's great. You got to start learning those things.
And remember those days of I like you, do you like me? Check no and yes. I got a lot of no's.
You got a lot of no's.
All right, and finally, this is a big wardrobe. This involves you, Brandon.
Okay.
XOOX asked, did Brandon and Al trade pocket squares?
Let's see.
And let's ask Carrie, our wardrobe stylist.
You guys look snazzy
Carrie,
today.
did they switch or are they good?
They did not. Al's pockets were actually coordinated with his pants.
Oh, okay. She said it coordinates with his pants.
Now they got to see your pants.
Stand up.
Yes, I don't.
Stand up?
We can do a one-way walk a week.
Do a walkthrough.
All right.
Okay, here we go. And
Those
as
are
he
good
walks,
pants.
we'll say, we'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Be good to each other. We're all fighting an uphill battle.